YouTube and Facebook have now banned all the QAnon stuff, right?
Which is crazy.
Well, this is what's crazy. Like, what's next? You're going to ban JFK conspiracy
Well,
theories?
if I make a joke about QAnon, am I going to get banned? That's the other problem for
But
comedians.
it's like you said, the Young Turks show. Well, let's just first talk about the Young Turks.
What is the show that?
The Jacobins.
Because Tim Dillon had put the show. He'd put it. I'm gonna send it to you, Jamie, so you can see what it is. I'm gonna send you the video that Tim Dillon, or excuse me, Tim Pool had sent me. I'm gonna send it to you right now, Jamie.
So let me explain this.
Okay.
The Young Turds are anti-free speech for everybody, including me. And then she goes, but I'm not anti-free speech. I just want Alex Jones banned. But then they have this new show called The Jacobins. Well, let's talk about evil. The Young Turks were the group that ran the Armenian genocide. They ran the Armenian genocide on record, killed over 1.5 million Christians. They named themselves the Young Turks. They go, oh, we don't know what that means. Now they're called the Jacobins. The Jacobins ran the French Revolution and were the Illuminati. I told you about them earlier.
Yeah.
So it's like every name they've got is like the Hitler Youth, basically. I mean, the Young Turks, and
that is a very unfortunate name. The Young Turks.
Well, also people run around with, the people that watch a lot of those shows walk around with either the Che Guevara shirts or they're unironically calling themselves Maoists. These are like suburban white kids walking around going, "I'm a Maoist." I mean, it's kind of
$800 smartphones,
right? Yeah, that is a problem too.
It's absurd.
I think they're trying to do good, and I think they are doing good. I really do. I think when they thought that, hey, I'm not anti-free speech, but ban Alex Jones, they just don't understand what that means. There's a reason why you can't just go around censoring people. And again, the answer to bad speech is better speech. Right. That has always been the answer.
But here's the big problem. Once they silence you, they can then make up whatever they want. Because people all the time
here's what's worse, Alex, and this is you personally, but the problem is when they silence someone, when they censor someone, and then that person's not that's not the target anymore, they look for another target, and they invariably go left. They invariably.
Exactly. They get on a power trip.
But hold on a second. The left is not left enough. Right. So if you're a centrist, they'll call you alt-right. Yeah. Because you need to be compliant completely with the ideology. If you're not compliant, they keep moving what's acceptable and what constitutes racism, sexism, classism, homophobia, transphobia.
It's a power grab.
But they keep changing it. And
they move the line all the time.
Orwell talked about this in 1984. Yeah. He was like, if you ban all the words, if all you will literally you will change thoughts because you can't have all the, I forget Orwell's words on
reducing language. He said they want to reduce the language where no one's even able to communicate, and that's the goal. So we think of it as a leftist thing that's out of control. No, this is a science.
I paraphrased it and I fucked it up. But the point is, what they didn't see, they didn't use hindsight. They didn't.
It's called ingsoc.
Well, what they did. It's so hard to talk with you. What they didn't do is they didn't look
Joe,
to
you
where
need
this
alcohol.
goes. I do. They didn't look to where this goes. They didn't understand. They didn't extrapolate. They didn't say.
Or maybe some of them did, and some of them wanted to go where it's going.
If you start censoring, there's a real. And I know people are saying, no, you should censor people that say terrible things because they influence our children. And you can't.
But Joe, it's a power grab. They get off. Once they've got one scalp, they're going to scalp everybody, including themselves.
I understand that's the motivation of the people that are doing it. That's not what I'm concerned with. What I'm concerned with is the problem itself, because you keep finding a new target. You keep finding a new person who's doing something that's incorrect.
That's what I'm saying. They don't want to give up. They want more.
But it's not that they're trying to grab power. It's that you're always trying. Look, you've started a game.
But
started a game.
They're losers and want to control reality because they're projecting their own hatred of themselves on us.
You don't think part of it is that they want power to control the discussion?
There's most certainly a part of that. Yeah. That's human nature.
But Joe, you just said I'm hard to deal with.
Well, because you talk over people. When they're talking, you don't let them get the full.
You've been talking a lot.
You don't let people get a full thought out. They're in Tim does it like when he's having his thoughts.
How the censors are good.
What I was saying is he's talking and you jump in, and the problem is I know you have some things to say, but then you fuck with the thing that's coming out of the other person's mouth.
Okay, explain to me how the censors are loving people. That's what you're trying to do.
I'm not saying they love people. I'm saying they're not looking at it correctly. Because the way they're looking at it, they think they're doing a good thing, and they're going to usher forth some utopian world of communication where people are only saying the things they agree with. The problem with that is you don't find out who's right unless you get everybody talking.
But I agree. But Joe, it's worse than that.
You can't have an echo chamber. It's dangerous. Echo chambers are dangerous. And what tech has done is created these left-wing ideological echo chambers.
I totally agree.
And they're also forcing people into self-censorship. Because if you don't comply with the rules that they've set forth, then you get banned, so you comply. And you find people...
It's a cult.
It is a cult. Ideologically.
I talk like this.
Listen, it is a cult.
Joe.
I think there's a lot of these cults.
Joe, what I'm trying to say to you is you've never been not smoking weed with me on air. You need
I know,
weed.
It's a bummer. We should have had you come in a week.
You're angry. You're upset. I'll
But
be here during the election.
I wanted you to be on before the election and the shit.
Who do you think's going to win, by the way?
Donald Trump is going to win.
You think so?
But then the Democrats are going to contest it.